we're very happy to have President Obama and his family visit. However, 300,000 every year. We tried to recoup some of that money last year, but the federal government said they do not reimburse.
Honolulu City Council member Ann Kobayashi talking to KHON TV about the annual costs Honolulu has to pay its police in overtime during presidential visits, and as you just heard, the feds don't reimburse them for it.
This as a new Judicial Watch report shows the latest presidential vacation to Hawaii cost taxpayers over $3 million in travel expenses alone.
And our next guest thinks our current president has taken the most lavish presidential vacations in history. She says she can prove it. For more with that point of view, we call on Rachel Alexander, senior editor of The Stream, who recently wrote an op-ed about the president's vacation spending. And of course, we should note for the record, Rachel, that you were once affiliated with a J.D. Hayworth for U.S. Senate campaign back in 2010. Larry Elder at Newsmax LA is also with us, Rachel. And I want to make sure I get this right. Last summer, the president's trips cost $44,351,777.12. Did I get that right? How did you get this figure?
Well, that was total up until last summer.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, yes, $44 billion.
Whoa, wow, how do you come up with that?
Or I'm sorry, that's the million number.
Oh, yeah, million. Yeah, I was going.
The millions and the billions. Basically, it's the cost of all the security, the escorts, the staff, the little things you don't think of. You know, every time Obama goes to a big city, for example, there's police that are required to, clear out the streets and monitor things, the Secret Service costs. I mean, he knows how expensive it is every time he takes a vacation, yet he continues to do so. And they're always the most lavish, exotic vacations. You know, who can forget his $300 million vacation to Africa, which he called an official trip because he, had a couple little meetings. But for the most part, it was like a free vacation for him, his wife, and his kids.
Rachel, I guess I'm an outlier here. I don't really care about that. I would rather he go on vacation and go golfing than spend time in the Oval Office passing Obamacare and stimulus and the other things he's done, in my opinion, to wreck the economy. Let him go on vacation.
You know, there is something to be said for that. But what about when it comes to our next president down the road, who we actually do want to be doing something? That's not an example to be setting.
All right, let's do kind of a little comparison here. How does Obama compare to, let's say, the Bush administration?
Well, one way you can compare is in terms of, golf vacations. President Bush golfed a total of 24 times when he was in office. By summer of last year, Obama has played 186 rounds of golf as president.
Maybe he's a better golf player.
Another comparison would be the types of vacations. George Bush would go on working vacations to his ranch in Texas, which he referred to as the Western White House, and he actually worked for half the vacation. Whereas Obama, on half these vacations that he goes on, he calls them official trips, and so they don't even get calculated as vacations, and then he hardly does any work the whole time he's there. What really makes me mad, and this didn't make it into my article, but there's this CBS News correspondent named Mark Knoller who goes and counts all the vacation days of presidents. And everybody cites him, all the left-wing news media cites him, and says, oh, look, Obama's taken the least vacation. Well, that's because he only counts the official trips that Obama claims are official. He doesn't count, the ones that Obama doesn't claim are official. He only counts those. He doesn't count the ones that Obama claims are official. So his lavish vacation to Africa, for example, doesn't get counted.
Rachel Alexander, we just saw a screen grab of your article at The Stream. It was a pretty effective use of Photoshop. Tell you what, as you can see right there, Rachel Alexander, for your time as you Skype in today from Arizona, we thank you very much, and we know you'll keep track of other numbers and future costs to taxpayers, not only involving the president, but other examples of the federal government run amok. We're going to run away for just a second. Come right back. There's more ahead here on America's Forum.